Hi, my name is John Wynn, and I am chairman of the Montclair Planning Board. As to what the planning board does for the township, we're an entity that is created by the New Jersey Municipal Land Use Law, and every town in New Jersey has one of these planning boards and a zoning board. And our purpose is more or less twofold. For the operation of the law. It empowers us to set policy with respect to municipal land use and town planning issues and the types of things that go into a master plan for the town. We also hear applications when people need variances from our code provisions that govern how we use the land in town. The municipal land use law recognized when it was created that one size doesn't fit all, and so it created a mechanism so that people could get exceptions to the overall broad regulations when the circumstances warranted. So our duty is to decide whether, according to how the law sets it up, whether the circumstances warranted in particular situations. Well, we have two council members, the mayor and a representative, another representative from the council. And we also have representatives from the Environmental Commission. We have a representative from the municipal operations. Right now, our representative who is sitting on the board is a member of the police department. And then we have 7 members, regular members of the planning board, and we have 2 alternates, so a total of 9 altogether, including all of the municipal members that we're talking about. Everybody else is basically appointed by the Township Council. Parking is one of the key issues. It has been an issue. It's something that is evolving, the way that we think about it, the way that we deal with it with respect to regulations, the way that we consider it when we're hearing an application that wants a variance from it. It has evolved over the years, and it continues to evolve because people's habits are changing and practices are changing. There's only so much space in town, and we can't create more real estate. So if we want to have certain activities that might result in more people coming into those activities, we have to have a way of managing that, or a plan, at least as to how that's going to be managed. So it will continue to be an issue. One of the issues that I think is on everybody's mind to one extent or another is perhaps the density of development that is going on in town. Both respect to buildings that go up and how big they are, how many people occupy them, and where they go up in town, and how those buildings and how those operations impact the rest of the town. We don't create necessarily developments. We might establish a redevelopment plan, but then a developer has to come in and actually build something within the confines of that plan, and it may get changed, it may evolve, it may develop more as that process continues. But we don't create the development that goes on into town. We kind of manage it from a very realistic operational kind of standpoint. The one thing that we do have a hand in is the policy, again, the master plan. It's something that I think reflects on my answer to your question, in that I would say, look around the town of Montclair. When you look around Montclair, it still looks like Montclair, doesn't it? And it has looked like Montclair for the past 10 years, for the past 20 years. And I think that's a direct result of the planning board. If you look at the vast majority of the town, which are the neighborhoods, the neighborhoods still look like Montclair. There have been lots of individual applications all over town in the past 2 decades, but the character of the town has remained the same. That essential something that makes Montclair Montclair is still here, and it's because the planning board has worked hard to keep it that way, and to also give the applicants, people who come in and want to develop and want to do things, to give them a fair consideration too. So yes, we have had some changes, we've had growth, but the very nature of the town is still, I think, what we want and what we would like to keep and what we're, working to keep. It started a while ago, and it was my way of giving back, making my contribution to the township. It's not a paid position. It's strictly volunteer. Everybody who sits on the planning board is a volunteer. We all work hard, aside from the 2 meetings, which frequently, last to 11 or 12 o'clock at night. We have committee work that we do in between meetings. We have to look at documents. We have to go by and look at what's happening at the various sites in town. So there is some work to it. It's not overburdensome, but there is some work to it. And it was my way of doing my civic contribution. The planning board appreciates all of the input and all of the participation that the public provides, even though sometimes people may think that we don't. We do hear what is being said. We do appreciate it. We do want to hear it. And we feel that it's your duty to tell us, because if you don't tell us, we're not going to know. And so I'd just like to continue to encourage it.